Yeah, boy. And you enjoy it. Alabama had the work. Alabama helped the work. You are last time. You How much you can get 1 naira to 4 to? How much is
I don't go pity that pastor. I don't go pity that.
No, you put an option in the pocket. You
get oil now. What you get oil? Obama be the Yes, sir. Good morning. Good morning, excuse me. Yes, sir. Welcome to the program this morning, bystanders and newsstands. I am Christian Chuku. Yeah, yes. Welcome once again to the program. We are here in Ogba. I can see the bystand is filled up with bystanders deliberating on the reports that they have read and also seen on paper this morning. I have with me my committed analysts here this morning. They are here to do justice to the newspaper headline. Yesterday was Democracy Day. Yes, where we experienced a collapse of the national grid, electricity collapse of the national grid, and also we have that a report telling us that 3 military officers also collapsed. Two kinds of collapse yesterday, the national grid collapsing and also another collapse at the Eagle Square. Remember the last Democracy Day, we had the dozer not wanting to fly. What is happening? Once again, you're welcome to the program by standards at the newsstands. Okay, let's move over to the newspaper this morning. Let's take a look at the newspaper. How we made the New Telegraph this morning. I have the New Telegraph this morning. I also have the Nigerian Tribune, the New Telegraph, and the Nigerian Tribune. The New Telegraph and the Nigerian Tribune. Yes, let's look at the New Telegraph app. Nationwide blackout, Nigeria collapsing under ABC. That's from article. Nationwide blackout, Nigeria collapsing under APC. This is credited to article. Democracy Day, another report. King Ibe officially recognized as the vice president. He was the vice to Abiola. King Igbe officially recognized as vice president. Okay, 3 military personnel slump at Eagle Square parade. 3 military personnel slump at Eagle Square parade. On Kalu, House Senate majority minority leaders positions will be filled. ASU moves to sanction chapters over non-compliance with ongoing strike. ASU moves to sanction chapters over non-compliance of the ongoing strike. On our massacre, Ijaw youth put Niger Delta on red alert over strange movements in riverine communities. Ijaw youth put Niger Delta on red alert over strange movements in riverine communities. Mass burial for deceased worshipper will be on Friday. Mass burial for deceased worshippers will be on Friday. Federal government sets codes of practice for Facebook, Twitter, and others. Federal government sets a code of practice for Facebook, Twitter, and others. Other platforms should delete information violating Nigeria's laws, mandates them to register with TSC, appoint country representatives, comply with applicable tax obligations. The federal government has set a code of practice for Facebook, Twitter, and other social media platforms. they are mandated to register with the CAC, appoint a country representative, comply with applicable tax application, and delete information violating Nigeria's laws. Okay, let's look at the Tribune this morning. Yes, so on is the APC over Tinubu's running mates. Yes, the difficulty in choosing running mates from the various parties, the Labour Party, the APC, and also the PDP. On is in APC over Tinubu's running mates. Can APC stakeholders, Kokori, others won against Muslim ticket? Can APC stakeholders, Kokori, others won against Muslim ticket? Arewa coalition makes case for Lalong. Arewa coalition makes case for Lalong. Shetima's name resonates among stakeholders. Shetima's name resonates among stakeholders. Yes, no evidence has linked our church attack to ISWAP. No evidence has linked our church attack to ISWAP. That means if the federal government said it was the handiwork of ISWAP, then what is happening? Kwame speaking from that end, no evidence has linked our church attack to ISWAP. Okay, Ondo Diocese fixes Friday for mass burial of victims. Ondo Diocese of the Catholic Church fixes Friday for mass burial of the victims. Mogalu quits ADC after losing presidential ticket. Mogalu quits ADC after losing presidential ticket. Collapsed national grid metaphor for collapsing country. Collapsed national grid metaphor for collapsing country from over 3,000 megawatts. Yes, over 3,000 megawatts to 9.9 megawatts. Yes, 3 military officers. 3 military officers. Yeah. Okay, I have my analyst here this morning. Mr. Chigozie, good morning. Mazi Chigozie, good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Christian, and to SM viewers across the globe.
Yes.
Here comes Mazi Chigozie Ndebo.
We have two kinds of collapse. The first is the national grid, and also at the Eagle Square, 3 military officers were said to have collapsed.
That is symbolism. It is just a description of what the Nigerian state represents. They are telling us that 3 prisons, this is 3 military personnel collapse. Why? Because there is hunger in the land. And you can imagine if such people can collapse, then it means there is no security for Nigerian populace. So it's very unfortunate that this is a national embarrassment. It has never happened in the history of this country, right?
Yeah,
I stand to be corrected. But as far as I know, it never happened in the history of any nation that the competent men who just carrying out mere parade collapse. What does that show?
What might have happened?
Well, maybe you can tell as an investigative journalism.
Your investigation. As an analyst,
that is what I'm telling you. That their welfare is not been. How do you expect a hungry man to start parading? Probably they may not receive their salaries or entitlements. They are forced, contrary to their opinion. Of course, thank God it doesn't respond to them. So that is a clear indication that Nigerian state is at the verge of collapsing.
Okay,
Look at the national grid. Over 20 power stations. National grid. In this 21st century.
Okay, let's continue.
That is the unfortunate thing, what we are saying. We are talking of national blackout. This one is a microphone blackout. It's very unfortunate. You see, maybe there was no light to charge the batteries, right?
Nigeria is something else.
It's not just something else. This is the reality we are saying. And what is the way forward? We cannot continue to deceive ourselves. Imagine with over 250 million people, there is total blackout. The national grid, over 20 power stations collapsed. What could be the reason? What could be the reason for this? Is it that there is no money to revamp the stations? Is it that what exactly could justify this useless experience? It's uncalled for. Why should we, even in this 21st century, we are Ghana celebrated, is it over 10 years of uninterrupted power supply? The Winners Chapel, Canaan Land, said since 1999, the Canaan community have not experienced power blackout.
Since democracy.
Since 1999, that should be how many years now? Over 20-something years.
23 years.
23 years. They have not experienced power blackout in Canaan land. So what happens to Nigeria with all the resources, with all the trillions of naira voted into power generation? So the system is not workable. We don't have a workable system. The same Minister of Power said that if you cannot, any government that cannot give power to its citizens, to her citizens, for 6 months is a fair government. That is what Fashola said. And unfortunately, he presides as the Minister of Power under this dispensation, which means including Fashola and this dispensation is a fair government. So, and we have not seen an end to this. So how do you expect economic hub or economic revival? How do you expect things to turn around if you cannot only power, you cannot fix the problem of power that is affecting virtually all sectors or facets of development? So how do you expect to move forward? How do you expect that in the next 4 years, in the next 8 years, should Nigeria remain? Of course, things will turn around. So we are just hoping on hopelessness. There is no hope, there is no future for this country.
What might be the explanation for not being able to fix power? We have had leaders from Obasanjo to hear that all these leaders put together, they have not been able to fix power.
Because of the corrupt system. We have a faulty foundation, we have a faulty constitution that cannot bring those looters of public treasury to book. You understand, during Obasanjo time, that led to the death or assassination of Bola Ige, that was then, of course, the power minister of power. Billions of dollars was voted for that, and yet, after how many years, you are still experiencing erratic, epileptic, destructive collapse of the power sector. It's very unfortunate. And you think that this government will come to fix it. Buhari has succeeded in providing a coffin for Nigeria. And APC is coming to bury the Nigerian people. If PDP happens to be placed to power, they will spend the next 8 years embezzling the same thing, of course, their counterpart, APC, did.
They are the same.
They are the same. The only person I have seen probably could have a good prospect for the masses is P2B, but unfortunately, this system cannot allow him to function. He's the only person that have the interest of the masses at heart, who have been able to sell his manifesto and, of course, agenda for the populace. Other people are telling us they are going to fight dirty, that it is their turn. Imagine, even National Assembly are using power, NEPA. Generator in the plenary. National Assembly. So what do you expect what good do you expect to come out of this country? When the lawmakers are the problem, are the cog in the wheel of the progress of this country. What does it take for them to fix the electricity? What does it take to decentralize? Each region should build their own power, generate their own power, distribute and transmit their own power, rather than expecting one power, something to flow from Kainji Dam, far away Niger State, down to Imo State, down to Lagos State. How do you expect that to work? You see, when will it collapse? So these people are not ready for development, they are not ready for governance, and they cannot continue to waste our precious time. They cannot continue to waste the destiny of millions of people at the altar of psychophancy, at the altar of promoting one useless, discontented entity called Nigeria. How do you expect people to be happy? Look at what's happened, what is happening. Fayemi, the governor, I think is the governor of Ekiti State, came now to debunk that the allegation by the federal government of Nigeria that ISWAP was responsible for the attack in Owo. He said there is no evidence to that. What is playing out? It could be that the government is trying to shield the Fulani militias who masterminded such killings. You see? And if it happens to be ISWAP, where are the security personnel? Where are the intelligent DSS? You see? Is it that they didn't know that these people will strike and there is no adequate, of course, preparation made to this effect? Or they are not in charge? They are manning the entire region, the entire road. You see military road checkpoints, roadblocks. Does it only end in extorting commuters, collecting 200 naira, 500 naira, 1,000 from them? You see, that is misplacement of priority.
Okay.
And when purpose is misplaced, when purpose is not known, of course, abuse is inevitable.
Did your youth put Niger Delta on red alert over strange movements in riverine communities?
Well, unfortunately, we need to learn through the hard way. I saw, of course, some churches now, of course, coming up with a security draft on how to protect the church, the worshippers during church procession. Why should you allow disaster to loom before you can take decisive and proactive steps to avert such calamity, such national disaster? So I think for them, raising alarm is not just, it shouldn't end in raising alarm. There should be proactive and deliberate measures put in place to safeguard the life and property of those regions. Having seen that the government itself has failed in the primary essence of government, in their, of course, constitutional responsibility, obligation to the Nigerian people, to the citizens, which is to protect life and property of the citizens. And now, and how do you expect Nigerians to trust their own future and life to people who are irresponsible, people who cannot, of course, protect their own self, let alone protecting the people? It's very unfortunate. It is not behoves on people to take responsibility of protecting their life and that of their loved ones.
Okay.
Because, of course, the moment we are in is the moment of decision. We have the opportunity. We have lost yesterday. And the impact of yesterday is affecting our today. And we cannot do anything about yesterday. But we have today to decide what we can do with our lives.
Thank you very much, sir.
You see? Because where lies our major interest is the future. But we have today as our major concern. So everybody must rise to ensure that there is a peaceful disintegration of this Nigerian system. Because in the next 50 years, power generation will still be a nagging national issue. The issue of governance is not going out anytime soon, irrespective of whoever comes there. The Boko Haram threatened that should P2P emerge as the president of Nigeria, they were going to carry out unimaginable assault, attack on the Nigerian state. So what are you saying? Even with the presidency of P2B, you cannot experience peace, you cannot experience progress, because you need peace before you can decide on, of course, developmental strides and national integration. Though, to save time, of course, everybody should go. I declare Nigerian states an end to Nigerian states. Biafra now, because these are not working. You see, I declare the Republic of Biafra. All hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Now it is your turn. Either to declare for the Oduduwa, but I belong to Biafra, and that is my religion.
Thank you very much. I have Mr. You want to declare Oduduwa here?
Yeah, it's true. Referendum. All those ones saying this one, that one for president. They are just waste. My PVC is intact. I lost it. I lost it because I didn't care about it. Because when I voted the last election, I saw that, boy, I just enter one chance. I just threw away the card till today. So, but if I want to get a new one, mine is quite easier than the people that don't have. So, because my data is already with the INEC, so they can just, bring it and get the name and print it out for me. So, but me, referendum. I could say, I could see Mr. Abubakar, that's General Abubakar, saying something this morning. He is one of the solution providers to this country, because he's the one that was one of the people that packaged the 1999 Constitution, that brought in the democracy in Nigeria, and which has been in a shambles form. So let him come, because he's telling you himself, because they know what is going on. Once the roots is not firm, once the foundation is not firm, there's nothing you can build on it. Thank God. I think you could see what is saying there. Mr. 2023 election may not be the best, say Abdul Salami. So what does that? You said this is that words. That may not be the best, because they know the foundation that they gave to us, the foundation of the Constitution they gave to us through Justice Ninkitobi in 1998-99. But do we know that everybody is clamoring for president? You may be the president, but the system that will allow you to work is not there. It's the system that will allow you to work is not there. You may be the president, you may want to do your wish, but the House of the National Assembly is waiting for you, where some section will say, we have the majority vote to impeach and unimpeach. You see, when you're not going their way. So what are we now saying? What are we now saying? No, see, I've told you, no Clinton, no Biden, no Obama, no Boris Johnson that will come to Nigeria and fix this country well, because the foundation is rotten.
So those that believe in this will be an article.
They are just wasting their time. They are just wasting their time. But what I just ate, this youth, instead of focusing on what they should be clamoring for,
what should they be clamoring for?
This referendum. If youth want to have their way,
can you convince them?
Yeah, they should convince themselves. Every day they had a party, they throw a funfair this thing at TBS the other time. All those artists, fathers and all those guys, they're still sucking their father's money. That's not the right thing. This referendum that can liberate the youth. Because when you go on referendum, you have the regions that everybody belongs to, provide what they need. The hardworking people will keep getting rich. The lazy people will keep getting poorer. So we could be able to, actualize our vision as a youth.
Somebody said that Yoruba people have already gotten 5 million Yoruba signatures.
Yeah, that's it. In United Nations, yes, we submitted it. What we required is 5 million. 5 million people. Now, any president that comes in now, either Odio, either Tinubu, the funniest thing is these people brain is not even opening. Somebody will know they shake way in hand. Obi, no structure. Now this is that the problem? You are busy dancing blues, but people that owns the beat, when they start the reggae, None of you go fit dance again. That's the issue. Who brought in Tinubu? Is it the Yoruba people is it Yoruba delegate that brought Tinubu? No, it's the Northern delegate that brought Tinubu.
The Northern governors, yeah.
Northern governors, and through their delegates, yeah. Through their delegates. So what are you now saying? When people will choose your president for you, and you say you still dancing, say we want, I don't know. You see, we youth, I don't know. We are just so good on internet, on social media. What we need to do, the foundation is the foundation of the baby. It's not right. How will that baby build his or herself to a responsible adulthood? So what we're saying is beyond this one I ain't gonna be president, that one I ain't gonna be president, this one are presidents. What are we saying? 200 million people or 230 million people. One headache, one region headache is even big enough for that president to carry, right? As it is now, anybody that got there, they will start hunting they start hunting the Fulani. Or do you think the Fulani they will just go away like that? They've surrounded the south. They've surrounded the south. The southwest, yes, on the war, yes. Oh, war. Niger Delta is close to Odo State is the closest. It's to even Niger Delta. From Odo to Benin, it's just a stone throw. From Odo to Warri, it's just a stone throw. You know, so those areas, you know, they are coastal line area. So the people can penetrate easily. They can penetrate, and mind you, they have the backing of the unknown. Unknown. They have the backing of unknown, because we could hear that it was military helicopters that was dropping food for them in the camp of in their camp in our forest. You see, the southwest people, they should speak out. They should speak out. The southwest leader, they should speak out. Thank God that Keredolu is speaking out. They said it's Iswa, but he's saying no, these are not Iswa. These ones are confirmed Boko Haram. That they've been in Ondo Forest or Ondo Forest for a while. And it's better you call a spade a spade. Why are you painting a blackhead to white? Why are you trying to paint a blackhead to white? They are Boko Haram, they are what's it called? They are Fulani. They are Fulani. They are headers. That's just it. And the next thing we'll start hearing, these are not Nigerian headers. Nigerian headers always hold sticks. They are foreign headers. Both Nigerian headers, where did they come from? Where did they come from? We know that Fulani are nomadic people.
Are you saying we should not focus on the election?
We should not. We should not focus. You know, some elder statement has said this. Some elder statement by what's it called? This man in Ekiti, Afe Babala, said so. One elder statement too said so. Honestly, it was one of our southern governor that started to attack. Some of them started attacking this elder statement that he wants to. It doesn't mean well for Nigeria. It doesn't. You see, you can't keep managing a battery that is deceptive or that has expired. You can't keep managing, keep charging. As I'm telling you now, the whole country is on blackout. We have just 3,000 megawatts that is even fluctuating.
No, we have 9 megawatts now.
9 megawatts from 3,009. Is that not a shame? And South Africa have 54,000 megawatts.
Just Heathrow Airport has 5,000.
5,000. Can you imagine that?
The airport.
Can you imagine that? I slept in darkness. I slept in darkness overnight since almost a week now. I've been sleeping in darkness. So is that the country? The one president will now come and do abracadabra for us to have light? Do you think this light will just appear in a day, in 4 years?
Or in 8 years?
Or in 8 years? Is that what you want?
Without looking at the forces that are making this
the forces. That's it. But when you talk, people say, this one that collect Indomie, you collect that. Me, I no collect Indomie from anybody. Me, I work at the hustle. My work, I do agent. If you want house, I will give you house. If you want buy, that's my work. I know they follow politician. I know chop politician money. That's why I'm here. I talk. And anyone that don't chop him money for, don't come get me here. So people, watch your tongue. Please, if you don't want God to punish you, watch your tongue. I don't hit politician money. Nobody give me Indomie.
Another collapse on Democracy Day. 3 military officers collapsed.
Are they welfare? Were they paid? Are they even received their salary?
The federal government.
That's why you see collaborators all around. You could see what happened to Primate Uche. what's it called, in Abia. He said so. He said they have collaborators, bandits, and they have collaborators. So let all this our youth, we reason and put up, and I still can't just imagine some of them are still saying PDP, Atiku, APC, PDP, Atiku. The country has deteriorated to level of no repair, except we segment ourselves. We go, we the referendum just to start. Everybody will start passing. Yeah, it's the leaking.
Okay, thank you very much. Your friend say you look like DSS today.
Yeah, I have to look like, because the country is not smiling, and I'm not smiling too.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Mr.
Please, sorry. Don't forget, go and get your PVC. You say you lost your PVC, go and get the vote. You know the vote, and you are coming here to lambast all these politicians. You are the people of this country, but you don't vote.
The police is not the problem.
No, it's hold on.
Do you have PVC?
Hold on, I have. I'll bring it tomorrow.
Without PVC, you will not.
I'll bring it tomorrow.
Without PVC, you will not talk tomorrow.
Sorry, it was.
With PVC, you can vote all these old men out, but when you have PVC, you only talk.
Okay, my brother, I will get my PVC and my PVC for referendum. We still have to vote. In referendum, we still vote. Right? That was still required.
Thank you very much.
Referendum. Who won?
Nationwide blackout. Nigeria collapsing under APC.
Anyway, my name is Lucky Ayaguna. I don't have time. Let me just give you, go straight to the point. Blackout. I've been blackout. My brother, I cry, I weep. I don't know what to say again. No light, nothing. Blackout everywhere, except those that have money to buy generator. And again, and the president is there, only quickly to say PDP spent 16 years, no light. And you two, you are there almost 8 years, no light. Who is fooling who? And so I don't like talking here. We are still recycling the same things from 3 megawatt, 10 megawatt, 9 megawatt, 7 megawatt. For now, you mentioned 9, not 9. In fact, yesterday when I listened to them, almost 3.5. He has dropped totally. He has dropped totally. No light everywhere. And 8 years almost gone under APC. Tomorrow they will say PDP spent 60 years. That's the only way they used to deceive us. My brother, blackout everywhere. Anywhere you see light, they are using generator. Are you getting me? We're in trouble. And we only come talk. No action. Everywhere. Babalawa talk. This is talk. They only talk where they are. No action. We need somebody that will move. Everybody will follow. By the time we do that, all this will stop. That's the only way. Whether you sharp tomorrow, they're not going to give you light, they're not going to give you light. That's it. All things are down at zero. Under APC and PDP. And they are the same people coming up. They are the same people coming up. PDP, APC.
PDP now.
My brother, we have no option. We have to choose one party. We have no option. We must vote. If you don't vote, they say you don't vote. Are you getting me? They say vote is our strength. But we are not united. If we unite, we will agree to vote whoever we don't like. But it can't happen. If I like PDP, somebody else like APC. So that's the problem we're having. Politicians are able to divide us. So there's no cooperation. That's why.
Okay, let's look at 3 military officers collapsed at democracy.
That is indication that there is hunger in town. That is indication that there is poverty in town. Those things that collapse, they do not eat well.
No. I will say not well.
When you eat well, you fit now.
You might have.
They did not check them before they come to the feed. Abi, if they want to play ball, we have a doctor that will check them. Let me tell you, every time there is parade, something always happens. There was a parade. When parade did, when they bring pigeon, the pigeon refused to fly. You remember? Because the country is not happy. Now, 3 days ago, there's parade again. 3 collapse. There is indication that is hunger in town. I'm telling you, I told you anytime I stand here, I don't stand well. I only manage myself. Why? Because I normally eat 3 square meal a day, but now only one. You collapse when you stand so long. And that is getting like all what they did that day. All what they did that day, people are hungry. We are supposed to see it. Not health problem. It's hunger. They did not eat well. That's the problem.
Okay, Ijaw youth puts Niger Delta on red alert over strange movements in riverine communities.
Yes, you know our boys in Niger Delta, we always be at alert. We always watch. But let me tell you, Fulani has protected everywhere. But I cannot say only Fulani alone. Or no government are still going around which you don't know. Like the Ondo massacre. And let me tell you, that case has closed to them. That's closed. Federal government is telling lies. Say Iswa. Governor say not Iswa. Who are we going to believe? Who is guiding us now? Only God. So the only thing I say, God, this referendum that Kule is saying, if we can work, I believe we know where we are. Let the state go and manage their resources, manage their security. Are you getting me? And old men are still coming up to rule us. I tire, I weep, I cry. I cry. I don't know what to do anymore. People are suffering. Now we are still talking 2023. My brother, I am tired of saying anything now. I don't know what to do. Every day we keep repeating the same thing. Repeating the same thing. Our students are at home. Our children are home. Imagine, look at my son. Do you know why I can't pay? And they are doing that. You know why I can't pay? And you are tired. So you forced to do anything you want to do. No work. Nothing to work. Nothing. We are tired.
They are smiling as if
look at them. Look at you're smiling. Imagine, Pastor, Bakare, that 100 million. Why can't you use to pay school fees to children who pray for you? Than give it, say, old men, these are hard. These are not good. We are tired of talking. We are tired. I will tell you like sometimes I just come. I don't know what to say again. We keep repeating the same system.
Somebody say you should vote for Peter Obi.
See, yes, I love Peter Obi, but the point is that the elite will not allow you to triumph, will not allow you to go. Obi is going to shut the PDP vote. Look, I will prefer Obi to be the vice president so that at least to control, to give what he has to Atiku. Are you getting me? Than going to Labour. Otherwise, the elite will not allow. Even though Obi and this person, Kano, Kwakwaso emerge, they cannot beat APC or PDP. See, you can't vote on social media. I want the youth to go the grassroots down, not social media. Let them go anywhere you are. Canvas for Obi, mostly the north. Otherwise, the south. If the south vote for Obi, it did not. 10 years old, 7 years old, 8 years old, 12 years old. They always vote. But in south, they don't allow them to vote. Otherwise, but you know, the northern will declare more vote for them. So Obi should go to vice president. That's advice. Sort of, Labour don't have the structure to all the states. I'm telling you, look at Ekiti. Labour don't have any governorship there. It's wrong. So Obi should go to vice president. I believe so that everybody will vote for.
Okay, lastly, about if you are going to church, arm yourself. How do you look at that direction?
He has come like that because now in my church, I'm the chief security officer there. On last Sunday, I did not pray. I was going around with what? No gun, nothing. Let me tell you, it has reached the time that everybody should carry cutlass or even gun or knife. Now, but me, I'm telling you the truth. Our problem is hunger first. Forget gun, forget this. If they want to come, they will come. You not stop them. I get it. You know, because one, we are paying army, paying police. They are not doing their work. Are you getting me? National Assembly is collecting money. They are not doing their work. If police do their work, they will, before they come to that church, at least they pass checking point. They hold them. Everybody is tired. we are only waiting for 2023 when we win the election. That's how the job will be. My brother, God should come down and help our youth, help our people. Yes. God, see, let me tell you. God, yes. He says someone like Moses to come down. But pastor we have now, I don't understand them. Everybody's preaching prosperity, money. I don't understand. So I pray God should come down and help Nigeria. Nigeria is dying under APC and PDP.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lucky. I have Mr. Matthew. Good morning, Mr. Matthew.
Good morning, Mr. Chris.
As it stands now, we have less than 10 megawatts.
In the national grid?
Yes.
It's not surprising.
10 megawatts.
It's not surprising.
Even the whole of Okta.
I say it's not surprising because the government is not planning on addressing the problem in the power sector. Because to address the problem in the power sector, it takes somebody that is decisive. It takes somebody that knows the wherewithal. It takes somebody that wants to step on toes. But we are seeing a government that is not willing to step on toes. Because, to be quite honest with you, the discos are the major part of the problem. Because if you look at the contractual agreement upon which they acquire those distribution companies, it is explicit that over a period of time, you invest extra amount of money to improve on your capacity to distribute. But over the years, they are afraid to invest any amount. Rather, they're always talking about cost reflecting tariff, recover money. They are not investing. Under such scenario, you continue to see interruption in power supply. Now we are talking of the issue of national grid. The problem is, until you get it right from the head, you cannot address the issue of power sector in Nigeria. It tells you that there are people who are the helm of affairs who are not being sincere with the whole issue. Because how can you tell me that Transition Company of Nigeria belongs to federal government? Transition belongs to federal government. And if you give licenses to people to build power plants, they channel everything they generate to national grid from where they distribute to each states. So what is the problem that in only this year we are having incidents of national grid collapse more than 5 times?
Or 5 times, 6 times.
So it calls for serious probe to actually unravel who is doing what.
They have been in this sector for a number of years.
If you give the power sector to competent hands,
the same engineers have been there.
I'm telling you that if you give the power sector to competent hands, you can justify the problem.
Have hands in Nigeria.
We have, but the unfortunate thing is that it's difficult to allow them to mind the affairs of the things. Look at Naji. Pat Naji. When Jonathan was the president, he was in charge of power. And the template he put in place to address the issue in power, especially during the period of privatization, the political class saw him as a threat. They pushed him out. So I'm saying that even apart from Pat Naji, there are other people who have the wherewithal, who have the knowledge, the ability to drive that process. But the problem is that they will not have their way to the highest echelon of authority in that power sector, because the way they run the affairs of Nigeria is.
Someone is asking again. Maybe you didn't hear. Someone is asking what's the solution.
The solution is to get capable hand, but the problem is that the system will not allow such person to get to that position, because what we have in Nigeria is political class using their cronies, their relatives, their loved ones, irrespective of whether they are competent or not. And until you continue doing the same thing, you cannot solve the problem of power.
Okay.
So as long as you continue doing the same thing, you cannot solve the problem of power. Is it?
So if you cannot solve the problem of power, what should we now do?
There are so many things we could do.
If you cannot solve the problem of power, what should we do?
One, there's option of volcanizing the country. Secession.
I'm not forcing you to say this.
No, you are not forcing me, but what I'm trying to say is there's option of secession. But it's still at that. Secession is not easy to come by. Because if you want to fight for secession, you should be ready for the consequences. I'm not saying it's an honorable path anyway, but if you look at areas, places in the world where secession have been made possible, it doesn't come without confrontation from the government of the day. You look at Brexit. as civilized as Britain, we saw how difficult it was for Brexit to come to take place. We even saw two prime ministers resigning. What I'm saying in this essence is secession is an option. But another issue is, but unfortunately, if look at ordinary answers, look at what became of Nigerian youth, where Nigerian youth were massacred at Lekki Toll Gate. Even if the federal government tried to change the narrative, the facts are there. Look at CNN documentary on how the military moved from their base to Lekki Toll Gate. Look at the leak report of NSAS, Lagos NSAS leak report, that panel, their leak report. Look at the revelation that came from Falana when he made inquiry, that over 98 corpses were done with different mortuaries in Lagos State. We collaborated with the leak report of NSAS in Lagos. What I'm trying to say is, if you want to go by way of referendum, pushing it through, it comes with consequence. If you want to go by way of uprising, demonstration, it comes with consequence. But I think it is high time, irrespective of the consequence, Nigerian youth should generally come together and tell the leaders that we are no longer interested in the 40 system.
Okay, so the election may not be the best, says Absalado. This 2023 election,
You say it may not be the best. But for me, I think it's going to be, there's going to be a shift from what we used to have. The reason is not far-fetched. Because for the first time in the history of Nigerian electoral system, we have seen an electoral law that have empowered INEC to transmit the election result electronically. And this is what INEC have been yearning for. So it now depends on INEC how good they put that electoral law to use. Because before now, we learned in 2019 election that INEC did transmit the election electronically. But the problem then is that they didn't have the legal right to declare winner on that basis. So for me, I have seen an INEC that is serious about conducting free, fair, and credible election, going by their behavior, their citizens, and all that. So I think whether without even as I respect the opinion of the man who is talking, but I think this election is going to be a little bit fair than what we used to have. Because look at it from this angle. Rigging in the Nigerian electoral process starts after voting. The politician will allow you to vote. The process of collation of results is where they do the whole manipulation. Because after the polling unit, the result moves to Ward Collation Center. From the Ward Collation Center, it moves to Local Government Collation Center. From Local Government Collation Center, it moves to State Collation Center, from where it goes to Abuja. During that process of collation, during that process is where they do all the manipulation. But take it from this angle. Each unit has maximum of 5 registered voters. If at that level, the INEC adult staff, who is perhaps a youth corper, snap the result after duly endorsed by all the agents of the candidates, send it to INEC portal. You as an individual can go to INEC portal and monitor the result as it's trickling in. All the international bodies, individuals at your different level can have access to the portal. You monitor the result as it's trickling in. So for me, if INEC put that electoral act to good use, we are going to have a better election.
And let's look at Democracy Day. 3 military officers
Collapse. Yeah. It's quite unfortunate. But it points to one thing. It tells you under the condition Nigerian military will have been fighting insurgency. Under the condition they have been fighting Boko Haram, fighting ISWAP, fighting Fulani enhancement, fighting all the myriad of security challenges. Because somebody who has not been fed, somebody who has no good mental status, you expect that person to start fighting. So what happened there yesterday is a reflection of the status, working condition of Nigerian military. No wonder somebody will tell them, go to Lekki Toll Gate, open fire at Nigerian youth who were merely sat on the floor waving Nigerian flag. It's not surprising that somebody will ask them, go there and start shooting, because their mental status is not balanced. Mr. Chigozie are not privy to who gave that information order, because even Mr. President denied giving the order. The governor of Lagos State denied giving the order. So we are still waiting for government to unravel who actually gave the order. But I can understand that the military came there to shoot Nigerians. So why will a military military personnel Not when they went the other time to Taraba State to rescue a kidnapping pin that was arrested by IG Special Squad. Because their mental status is not balanced. That is why a captain can say, go and rescue that kidnapping pin, and they go after the police officers, kill the police officers, and rescue the man. So I'm not surprised because it is exposing Nigerian government to the welfare of Nigerian military personnel. It shows that their welfare is not taken care of. So for me, it is a national disgrace. It calls for reprobe into the finances that have been disbursed for military welfare. Who is actually expending it? Is it getting to the people? Are they really getting the money as being released?
Do you trust the government to investigate and look for solutions to all this?
I do not trust them because even in some instances where you will see Amnesty International, we accuse Nigerian army of extrajudicial killing against Nigerians. You don't see government do any meaningful thing in terms of investigating and bringing the culprits to justice. Rather, what you see is government target Amnesty International as a partisan organization. So I do not trust Nigerian government. That's why we are praying that let God lead us through. Let Muhammadu Buhari end his tenure and leave the stage. Because the more he stayed there, the more agony, the more death, the more bad governance. I'm tired of that man, to be quite honest with you.
Okay, Ijaw youths put Niger Delta on red alert over strange movements in riverine communities.
It's not just about Ijaw youth. I think it is a thing of concern. It should be a thing of concern to every Nigerian. Look at the Owo incidents. Look at the Jimmick rules federal government is playing. Tell her that it's ISWAP. And we have seen Akeredolu, who is the governor and the chief security officer of the state. Tell her that the government's decision, federal government's decision is hasty. That he knows ISWAP by modus operandi of the operation, that they would have owned up to being responsible. We have seen Fayemi trying to say that the decision of the federal government may not be right. So what I'm saying in essence is federal government is trying to shield the Fulani herdsmen. Because whether you like it or not, if you look at the nature of the attack, it leaves evidence of what Fulani herdsmen are known to do. The manner of the attack looks like what Fulani herdsmen should do. So for me,
this is the style of the operation. That's the style of
yes,
the operation.
Yes. So for me, I think the federal government is not sincere in telling us. Perhaps because they feel if they tell us they are the Fulani herdsmen, it will look as inciting the people against the Fulani nationality. But whether I like it or not, truth but is told. For me, I think I share the position of the governor of Ondo State. I do not believe that it's Fulani herdsmen. So I do not believe that it's ISWAP.
Thank you very much.
Because they are hasty without proper investigation.
Yes, Mr. A.C. Love, you asked for Mr. Chigo's number, and this is 08064228967. 08064228967. 08064228967. I have a Mr. Ralph.
Yes, sir. This is Ralph 12 band. And Christian, yesterday you did not ask me to, talk on democracy in Nigeria because
this is the best time to talk.
Celebrated 12, June 12th yesterday.
This is the best time.
Okay, this is the best time, right?
After looking at what happened yesterday, you can now analyze.
Yeah. It's true. You can see during the Democracy Day, 3 of our soldiers fainted. Do you understand? It was a very, very hectic exercise yesterday.
What happened?
No, they fainted, because of military parade. Now, of course, it's not easy. And it's not something you can go after taking alcohol, much alcohol. You go embark on
all over the world. Have you seen such a thing happen?
Yes, it has not happened. It can't. Soldiers, they check them, they sack them, they have a chemotherapist, somebody, that has medical experience that will just cancel them. You are fit to go. You are not fit to go. It is not like that in Nigeria. Anybody with protruded stomach can go to do exercise and become a general or colonel. So you see 3 of them, they slumped and nearly died. Some persons were saying that they died. I think you understand. But I have never seen such thing before. Yes, where I know something like that can occur is parachuters. Sometimes mistake they can occur. Parachuters will land and die. But this one is just military exercise. You see soldiers fainting. It is uncalled for, man.
The last time the doves refused to fly.
The doves, yeah. The last time, that was I think last year. Last year they let the doves out. The doves refused. Buhari advised them to go. Those doves, they refused to fly. They went back. It means the regime
the administration is not excelling. Yeah, his administration is not excelling. Even the doves could even talk. God was speaking, telling Nigerians, this administration is not good. When the doves refused to fly last year, this year on 3 military, three soldiers fainted. Do you know who soldiers are? They are physically fit. Yes, when you talk about ardent, vigorous, agility, soldiers can trek from here to Benin. I didn't understand with their back. But you look at those 3 soldiers, they are not fit. I cannot even say they are hungry. But there are places soldiers don't go. Soldiers don't go to Beer Palo. They are not supposed to drink. You can't embark on argument with civilians in the Beer Palo with guns. You see them at Chekwe joints where they are selling Chekwe. All these I'm telling you now, I'm rough. I do enter them sometimes. If they start arguing, I say, guys, excuse me, sir, you are not supposed to be here. If really you are a soldier, true soldier from the barracks, say yes, Asoga, you have no reason staying here. I confront most of them. There's this Fulani soldier now. That guy is very rampant in this urban. Very slim guy like that. You can see him anywhere on uniform, threatening people, settling scores for civilians. I met him the other day at Akiwele. I said, look, it is not your responsible to meddle on a matter like this, civilian matters. You allow them to go to the place. If it could escalate to fight. It is the police job. Do you understand, to meddle in a matter like this? I think understand, they go and they drink all manner of chemicals. Why shouldn't they friends? It is a nice song now. Okay. International communities are there, members of diplomatic corps from various embassies in Nigeria, they are there. Okay. These people are just bringing change to this country.
Another collapse of national grid.
Okay, the light, Abi.
National grid. We are from over 3,000 megawatts. 9 megawatts.
It's always like that. We are fed up of this power sector of a thing, because you can see Christian right from Obasanjo regime, they could not do the right thing. I know how much that was spent on power sector. Do you understand? For us to get it right in Nigeria, then they spent over 300 and something billion. That was the case came up in 2007. From this 2017 now, do you know how many years? I didn't understand. It's getting to, let me say 16 or let's say
15 years.
15 years. Then, do you know the value of the money then? Still, we couldn't get it right. We have transformers almost each house in Lagos. Let me say 5 houses to 1 transformer now. Who brought about it? Patronage. The then Minister of Power. Thank you. But what? When the man could not, when the man saw what is happening within the administration of NEPA, what he did was he backed out, he backed down, he resigned. I think understand. They are not getting it right. And that sector is a sector I know that has dilapidated over the years. Irreparable. There's nothing you can do in that power sector again. Nigeria has failed. The only thing to work is what? Privatization of NEPA. And they have done that. The discourse has been shared among themselves. Ikeja discourse, Apapa discourse, here discourse, here and there, everywhere. Among Obasanjo's, Jonathan, they understand them. Atuku is the person that bought Ikeja discourse. What is going on? No lights. No lights. Till date. I didn't understand. Atiku bought Ikeja discourse, and Atiku is the owner of Mirkano in Nigeria.
He's saying that nationwide black and Nigeria collapsing under APC. That is from Atiku.
Atiku, yes. Anyway,
it's part of the.
It's part of the show. He is the owner of Ikeja discourse. See, these guys are hiding underground, eating us deep. Jonathan, good luck. Jonathan is among owner of discourse in Nigeria. They sold NEPA among themselves. Obasanjo was among. Most of these generals, they were among. You know that Tinubu himself, I think, is one of them. Do you understand? See, we have failed Nigerians. I mean them, not me. They have failed us, and they keep on failing us. Atiku is the owner of Mekano Nigerian PLC. Mekano was that cabin, that generator now, soundproof. How do you expect Atiku to perform well? Look at Ikeja. I was at Computer Village yesterday. Olo everywhere, no light. Not only Olowu, no. So let me just narrate it to you. Oluwalayemi, Omotayo Ojo, Toyin Street, Okpebi, Allen, Chikolu, Jabito opposite Airport Hotel. From Airport Hotel, you proceed up to Awolowo Bridge, to Tonade Street, where you link to Area F. Then you enter Beach of Vining. Then all the GRA residents, no light. I listen to me. Then from the corner of Ikeja local government, you enter Anifowoche. From Anifowoche, you pass out to Oba Accra, up to where? Guinness. From Guinness, you get to Akilos. From Akilos, you are producing direct to Oba. No light. Everywhere as I'm talking to you, this place is Oba. No light. Go to Kera. No light. Go to College Road. No light. Total collapse of the power sector. Nothing is being done about it because the discourse, those people that sold the NEPA, they shared the discourse among themselves. They are the ones. The stake, they share their discourse, they share the stakes among themselves. And that's why the problem of power supply in Nigeria lingers on what? Snail's speed. Nobody could ever tackle it because the chiefs, I'm saying it with authoritatively, they share the loot among themselves. The stake.
Somebody is asking, what's the solution?
The share is loot. Loot. They share it among themselves. And nobody could tell them the truth. Obasanjo, our papa, the so-called good Lord Jonathan is among. Atuku, that is coming to rule Nigeria, is among. What are you saying now? See, let me tell you, if you understand Nigeria government, you won't be, striving hard, arguing and bothering yourself, say, why is Nigeria like this? Is it not Buhari family that has bought 9 mobile? You people don't know. Am I the one that is telling you people 9 mobile? Aicha Buhari. Yes! They put all this in, they manage it. They useless it. They tell you Nigeria will never be good. They are the cause of the problem. I think understand. This cause that every year we are talking about power grid. Thank you, collapse, total collapse. Okay, Nigerian problem until Jesus Christ comes. If everybody don't go their separate ways, if Obi failed to rule Nigeria, because the only solution now is everybody is targeting and looking forward towards Obi Kerere, Obi Kerere, Obi Kerere, so that the man will come and give us good results. He's the one that is gonna correct it. All eyes on him. All eyes is on P2B. And as I'm talking to you now, the whole Nigerian diaspora Nigerians, everybody is contributing money for Obi to do what? For campaign. Campaign can only end after election. But what Obi is leading is called movement. Movement never dies. Movement lingers. But campaign can only last after the electorate went to the poll to cast their vote. That is campaign. But what Obi has come is to lead is what? Movement. A generation, young generation of people coming into power to seize it from those who are tired, who are too old, who cannot think. They always depend on Baba say, old man say. Old man, thank you. God has given you the grace to live long, but you can't decide for the youths. Your thinking faculties can never be working like what? 150 kilowatts. How do you describe electricity? Megawatts. Our brain is very, very high. You are going down. To God be the glory. Old age is good. I'm gonna be there. But let me tell you, there's a stage you don't decide for the youth anymore. They decide their future. Do you understand? Obi has come. Macron of France in his 40s. Zelensky, is that the president of Ukraine? Zelensky, the man that has been restricting what resisting Russia from occupying Ukraine, is a very young man with a very young wife, and is doing wonderfully well. He is a young man in his 40s. Zelensky, had he been in 78 or 98, Jesus Christ, immediately Putin threatened him no more. He will run. He will leave the state house. He will have gone into the United States. But this young man said, no, Putin, who are you? You said, Zelensky, who are you? You said, who are you? I'm coming to Russia, okay. You are coming to Russia, okay. You are coming to Donbass, okay. You are coming to Kiev, come. So you see it, because the blood is young blood, he thinks well, that we cast all our hope on old politicians, old political what? Vultures. They don't have hope anymore for us. They what? They even collect the little hope that we're having here, pocket it so that there will be no hope for us. They have rendered us useless over the years. And we say we are following them. What experience do you think you have that we don't have? Is it not political science? Did Zik read political science? No. Did the Baba Awolowo read political science? No. See what Awolowo has had achieved in Southwest. Yes. Who was the man that held Zimbabwe for something years? Hey. Robert Mugabe. He started as what? Electoral in University of Accra, Ghana, when he was invited to what? Help them pursue the British. The British what? Imperialists. Zimbabwe got high independence 1980-81. This man holds Zimbabwe, ruled them. I think understand. What he was lecturing in Accra, Ghana, I don't think it was political science. Everybody has what? The potential in him to rule over his family. And when you can do well in your family, you can expand it to your what? Clan or kinsmen. From your kinsmen, your village. From your village, your town. From your town, your local government. You can as well rule your state. Okay. That is quality, relative quality. Everybody has it. It's not only the old men. It's not only the Fulani. Fulanis that has been ruling Nigeria, they are vandals. They are nomads. They don't have a permanent home. They have come. They have looted Nigeria economy. Nigeria economy, as I'm talking to you now, has been what? Over dilapidated. Because the people that looted it, they don't have home. And you can't trace them. How can you trace a Fulani? If a Fulani man goes to Sudan, he will leave. He has, they are his brother. If he goes to Mali, if he speaks Fufudi, they will give him house. If he goes to Futajalo Island of where? Senegal and Gambia, they will accommodate him because that is where Ottoman Danfodio comes from. If Fulani man run away from Kanu, head to Niger Republic, if he go there, they are going to do what? Accommodate him. They're all over the places. They live in the bush. Yes, you allow vandals to take care of this part of the world.
Did you use put Niger Delta on red alert over strange movements in riverine community?
Strange movements, they come now because, you know, water resources bill. Had it been they signed it, this one would have been what? A child play. If they signed that water resources bill, the river and all the streams in my village would have been occupied by who? Strange faces. They would come there, they would what? Grazing their livestock. And if you ask, federal government, they're everywhere. Yeah, talking about Niger Delta. What about Onde Forest and Ekiti? What about, do you know what is going on inside Ore Forest? Ore Forest is big and big. From there, it connects to Atlantic Ocean. Ore Forest is accommodating a lot. See, let me tell you, there are many things going on in the forest of Yoruba Highlands now. From Yoruba Highlands, it's connected to Adamawa Highland. They are there. There you get to Sambisa Forest. Do you understand the basins of Chad? Lake Chad basins, all those areas, they are there because that is their latest agenda and they're going to what? Implement it. They inherited such ideology from their forefathers, their great father. 1804 till date, Ottoman Danfodio has been looking forward to occupy Nigeria and lead our Quran into Atlantic Ocean. Am I surprising somebody here? I don't bloody care who you are, wherever you come from, I don't care. I'm telling you what has transpired. The reason why they cancel history curriculum in the school. We don't read history anymore because they don't want to know. They don't want us to know where they come from. They don't want Igbo man to know where he comes from. They don't want Yoruba man to know where he comes from. Are you listening to me? If that's what I'm telling you, go and ask Baba Fani Femi Kayode. He will tell you.
Thank you very
much.
So
is that the end?
Yeah, let's take it. I have Oluwa one. Oluwa one. Do you have the language?
Hey, Christian, what's the fucking happening here? I can see faces. What is Nigeria going up to now? Well, where the motherfucking kids and the fucking home there? My viewers worldwide, merci beaucoup. Thank you very much.
You said what?
Merci beaucoup. That is language. That is French. Seneca Français.
Okay, national grid collapse for the 5th time.
Let it collapse 100 times. Nigeria is a vagabond home now. You see, it's a vagabond home. Anything can just come out a day. Tomorrow they will give you another language. Every day different language because they want to suck Nigeria to the end of the days. And now we say no for them. No fucking light in the fucking home of all of us.
The motherfucking shit.
What is happening? Can't they fix the lights?
They can't fix the light. They are projecting money to fix the light. They are sharing the money.
Yes.
They share money every day. Nigeria is a bullshit hole. We are tired of all your shit. We don't tired to carry any more of their shit now. We want the art of the game. We want the art. Atiku Turubu want all of you out. All of you are Buhari calibers.
Yes.
Let all you come outside with your PVC and vote for the right man, the last man standing. Because we need a fucking change. Really want change now. Really want. We don't want all those people anymore. They're old school. We are not old school anymore. They have been sucking our blood in the name of old school. Now is the end of the discussion for you and I.
Yes.
My man. No more PDP, no more APC. They are bed of the same feather. They came to loot Nigeria and they have been looting us, killing us, kidnapping us, terrorizing us, killing us inside the church of God.
Yes.
Slaughtering us where we're going to worship our God. Okay, where is the motherfucking home that you promised us? Time has come and now is the time.
Yes.
We have to take it by our hand. We have to take it. He said, Reverend Timon John the Baptist, the kingdom of God survived violence. And the violence take it by force down.
Yes.
Now the youth of Nigeria come together, let us take the motherfucking violence by force. And let us relieve them. We want to take the eye from us rock.
Tell them. Yes.
Now is our time. The fucking change now, we need it now. We are tired about that story. Every day is a vagabond story. You kidnap today, you reach today, you kidnap another, you kill people. Now it's ass swap. How did they come? Because Akrodo said, I'm with Akun. Now you not visit him with a Fulani expert. Kill people. Kill people ass swap. You not say I swap. Who was I swap? You are not using another language entirely where you know your D has been exposed. We expose you. And now is your time. Fulani expert. The reality is written on the wall. Your father is going May. All of you are going May.
Yes.
End of the road for you. End of the road. End of the
There are
road.
many people that say Atiku will be the next.
Atiku, APC, PDP, Atiku and Co. Their time is vagabond. Up. We need a new fresh. That fresh face is that LP. LP. All Nigeria youths. LP. Our rescue. And he will rescue. And God will be with us. And God will straighten us to dismantle the elephant, the demonic elephant.
Imagine no light, nationwide blackout.
Can you see what I'm saying? And they are living in a mansion with light. And you are not suffering in the street. No fucking like darkness every day. It's only God that let me and you to see, to let me and you to survive. Because the government is sucker. Every day no light. Today this is 4, tomorrow is 4. Imagine the year never complete now 17 times. Before the year complete, it will be 35 times. That means we are going to live inside a pot of gutter. Motherfucking home. Nigeria is tired of us, and now we are going to change the situation. And now we have changed the situation. And now the situation is changed now.
It's my man. Okay, let's look at Ijo youth put Niger Delta on red alert over strange movements in riverine area.
Yes, we have to wake up now, because now is the last time of danger. So they want to create havoc. So all Nigerians to beware. South, east, west, because those Fulani experts, they know their father is going and they are going with him. So they want to do and do. So we have to be careful of our environment. Yes. Because we don't want to hear any disaster anymore. Because our environment is our life. We have father, we have mother, we have grandfather, grandmother, and our people at home and in the village. So they want to circulate the whole village now. We have to be careful for them because this is the last time of them to occupy our forest. We are flushing all of them out, and they know after their father leave us so rock, they leave our forest. Our forest will never be like this. Our forest was a peaceful forest for us to farm and harvest our crop. Now we can't go to our forest anymore because of what? Buhari boys is inside the forest.
Is it Buhari boys or Fulani?
Buhari boys inside the forest.
Fulani, not the.
They are Fulani. Buhari grow cow. Buhari have cow on his farm. They distribute cow all in our forest. The name of cow, they now kill us. Mind our crop. Now their time is up. May 29.
Zegope. Zegope, good night.
Okay, Zegope.
Yeah, 29th of May. You must leave the motherfucking forest for us.
And he's going to follow his people.
Do you believe that Nigeria can be better again?
Nigeria will be better again because we know who are we. We were better than this before. Now we now see the wrong soul among us. We now separate it. We separate the stone from the beans. Because we can't be eating the beans and the stone together anymore. We don't know it's dangerous to us.
Okay, Khan is advising Christians to defend yourself. Get something to defend yourself. What will you say about that?
Because of the situation on ground, the government in charge of security is nowhere to be found. So you have to protect yourself. Protect yourself with your eye, protect yourself with your language. Stand. Don't just be inside the church and just be looking at the Reverend Father alone. You look around the fucking corner with the fucking shot house. You have to look. So you'll be watching Reverend, watch around. Because evil are around. Evil in human skin. Animal in human skin, they are around. So you have to checkmate them with your fucking sense.
Okay.
Don't wait for the government. The government is a failure forevermore. They are motherfucking scam. They are scammer. They are bullshit scammer, and their time is up.
Okay. Thank you very much, Oluwawan.
You are welcome.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. You have something to tell us this morning. Now let's hear you. Okay, let's look at nationwide blackout. Nigeria collapsing under Atiku. Under APC, sorry.
Under APC.
Nationwide, yeah.
Blackout. Okay, in that sense, good morning. My name is Margaret Onye. In blackout means there's no light.
You have light?
I don't have light. I want to analyze
There's
it.
no
There's no light in gen. And we are even tired of the gen. How can they keep replaying gen? Before, Nigeria was giving Ghana light, but now Ghana is having their own personal lights. But if you check Lagos is bigger than Ghana. But the whole Nigeria is even 10 times bigger than Ghana, but Ghana having their constant lights. If Nigeria is blackout, all of them, APC and PDP, I'm not going to vote on any of them. I have my PPC. I will know who to vote. The other guy says youth should come out, but they don't do election. They do selection. Blackouts, they do selection. In Nigeria, they don't do transparency. Even in Church of Jesus Christ, they're eating money, embezzling government funds. They do selection. If Nigeria is blackout, we should it's you that will sit up and say, I'm not going to vote this kind of person. Because one, the one's ideology different. The way they think is not the way I think. So those old people, they cannot come and rule me, and they cannot come and rule the youth. Simple.
Okay, let's look at 2020 elections may not be the best, says Abdul Salami. That means this election may not be what we're expecting.
The election. In that sense, election in the sense that at the back of their mind, they want to do election. If they want to do transparent election, they will not rig it. You know, that time they used to rig election. If you remember Abiola, what would you do in 12? He won, but they rigged the election. If they didn't rig it, the sensible man will come and rule Nigeria. Because the way I'm seeing all of them, they don't have vision. There's no plan for youth. And there's no even one agenda to talk more of 10-point agenda. When the other come, they knew that the other is sick. They put good luck there. And good luck was that time he promised Nigeria fresh air. The fresh air he promised Nigeria in his own administration, people died. Innocent so. And when they kill people today, tomorrow he will go for a campaign. And Buhari said that he's going to stop insecurity. Insecurity is still now. Me himself, I don't even know. Look at what people eat. When we remember in Bible, Nebuchadnezzar, Babylonians, look at what they eat. Look at the kind of puff. Yes. Nebuchadnezzar, Hebrew people, they used to eat this kind of people eat now in Nigeria. There's not even food. You see. And you remember Jezebel was a wife of Ahab. Look at what people eat. Jezebel kills some people, because of this election that's coming up now. Look at this. All people eat. There's no food. It's so alarming. It's so alarming. Both in church, both in Asorok, there's no leadership in Nigeria. The bishop is embezzling money, the GA is embezzling money, and they're putting it in there. These end-time churches, I call them abakatabra. They will flip it like this for you, fake money. They will tell you that wearing yellow pants, get up, yellow pants, and then yellow pants, there's no solution in you're wearing yellow pants or blue pants. They say, son, come and touch it, or daughter, touch it. And it's so alarming. So there's no transparent election, and that election, let it hold, it will hold. But the really one will get out there. But all those fake fish, they will be isolated.
Okay.
They will be isolated.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Margaret. I have Nwaba. Do you have a name that I can call you? Okay. Nwaba.
My good brother and my good viewers and good listeners, I appreciate you guys, home and abroad. You know, there is what I normally, there is particular language I normally use. I saw Nigeria in the newspaper with old people deceiving us again. I see Nigeria in the newspaper with old people. 1790s, they are telling us they will build Nigeria. Now lie, they are lying, they are liars. Hello, listen attentively. PDP, Papa deceive Peking. PDP, Papa deceive Peking. APC, Amraba promote criminal. Hello, APC, Amraba promote criminals. Why I use this language is this. I'm a typical Igbo man. I come from Imo State. Imo State, that to hold Uzodimma and Abakari have turned to South Africa. They have turned them to deserts when we have important personnel. Hope Uzodimma, Abakari. It can never be well with you people in Jesus' name. Amen. Now I'm coming. Mr. Christian, my good brother, I love you so much. I love Flip TV. Some of my brother in foreign land over there, I'm a confirmed Igbo man. I'm not afraid of anybody. Anywhere I die as Igbo man and a businessman, I go. I'm not afraid of what they will do to me, because I know this thing where they no be life. No food to eat, no good life to live, black ass, no hope. And you are telling me you will start from where Buhari stop. Holy Ghost, fire. Buhari have done us wrong. Buhari have put us in a mess. Buhari have destabilized Nigeria. He used his Fulani boys and put them inside our farmland, and they pursue our farmers. So no food, no crops, nothing. We are in hunger. And you are telling me that APC is coming to rule me 8 years ago. Holy Ghost, fire! They can never rule me 8 years again, because I have never survived for the pit they put us.
No swear word. No swear word.
Okay. You have questions? Ask me from the.
Okay, let's look at nationwide blackout. Nigeria collapsing under this current government.
Nationwide black eyes. It has been a national anthem to Nigeria. We know say we be black in Nigeria, and they have been giving us black things. Okay, in my house, they come to collect NEPA money every month, but I'm using candle every day. Because Bible said there is nothing concerned darkness with a light, but they have decided to be giving us light. Now they are bringing Atiku. Atiku is a mechano ambassador. He's a organ for mechano. So now with a complaint black eye, Black never come. We go mix red and black this time because now he's coming to advertise his business. Because when Mekano come in now, when Atiku come in now, Oga, he will terminate Nigerian power, Nigerian light. He will make sure he terminate it, and generator will begin to excel again.
That's what you think.
So this one we are talking about, Black, I will never enter. Anything that make APC, PDP enter again. Believe me, we are in 25th of Christmas now. We are enjoying now. The enjoyment today now. Anything that make them to enter there again, okay? We will enter that time that Israelites will come and say, Mama, today we will eat your children. Tomorrow we will eat another person's child. We'll be eating human flesh. When APC enter again, I promise you.
Okay, let's look at the vice presidential candidate for your choice. Who are you? Where do you think that they should bring the vice from? The north or the southwest?
Thank you very much. Of that your question. I love that question very well. My brother, that is not a reasonable man that will move, that will get up, bath, and he asked him, where are you going to? He said, I'm going to yesterday. That means something is wrong with that person. Nobody will prepare where he's close to and ask him, where are you going to? He said, I'm going to yesterday. Yesterday is gone. I wouldn't say I'm going to yesterday. Look at any man who is about to go and visit his forefathers. He will come to rule Nigeria. Look at Buhari. Buhari is about to die and come on as a president of Nigeria. He go to hospital for 2 years. Go for checkup for a year. Then they are monitoring him for good 4 years. Hello, sir. Before he come out, I don't even know whether is he the person. Is he the real Buhari or another person? Because he cannot tell me that he's Buhari and he's from North and he's in the situation of Nigeria like this. And he's still smiling, doing hand like this. Now, look at our brother. They call him political mafia. That is Tunumbu. He have done well for APC by hijacking the power from PDP 2015 years ago. He do well. Now, he's a good man. Okay, yes, he's a good man. Let's say he's a good man. But he produced the worst people in the government. He produced Buhari. Buhari is have made Nigeria totally woefully. He produced who again? Lala Muhammad. That one Abakare. All the people that he produced in APC government, they fail us woefully. They pack our money to Dubai and building their own mansion over there.
So who would you suggest for Peter Obi?
Now, the only person Ahmed Asiwaju produce in his own regime that everybody is happy, clapping hands. And when Ambode want to do well for Lagos, because of his political ambition and the money that is aiming from Lagos State pockets, he said, you don't want to give me my right. Okay, so therefore, the appointment is terminated. He terminated Ambode. Now, who is the only person who left 75 billion in office when he wants to go out as a governor? Who is that man? He left 75 billion in Anambra State account. Does it mean that he don't need money? Does it mean that if you want to pack all the money, he will not pack all the money? But a leader will lead us with an example. Then, Nigerian youth, I want to use this opportunity to express my feeling.
Hello. Hello. I want to use this little opportunity to express my feeling. Now, Mr. A has come and failed Nigeria. Now, Mr. B has come and failed Nigeria. We don't need people from 70s, 80s, 90s to rule us anymore. Nigerian youth, we are done with them. This is the time to use that same. They say they use broom to sweep evil when the evil have occupied the nation. Hello, it's only you will tell a blind man that there is no oil in a soup, but you will not tell a blind man there is no salt in a soup. It's impossible. Blind man will know when there is salt and when there is no salt in a soup. So Nigerian youth, I want to use this little opportunity to advise you guys. Youth from south, west, north, they are zombies because some of them do not understand what we mean by good governance. They don't. Some of them didn't understand because they say they hate Western education, so they don't understand English. Whatever they believe is nankadede. Oga walai, I dey give us na food, we go follow you. Oga walai, I dey give us Tinubu, I dey give us na for money. I dey Alakari, I dey give us na for money, we go follow am. Oga, hello, Northern youth, wake up if you want to partake from the good cake that is on the way coming. Who made Nigeria youth to understand the meaning of education is Obi. Obi speaks sound and he understands English. He knows what he means by English. And when he tell you, they tell somebody, what will you do to Nigeria when you become a president of Nigeria? Some people say they will start to wear Buhari. Stop. But Obi let us know that he will make Nigeria a producing nation.
Okay.
Where you plant your seed and have it.
2 minutes.
And have it.
2 minutes.
I told you of one boy that drink Gary morning, afternoon, night. He's a security. He's around here. If I'm lying, every morning I'm observing. Every day I'm observing him drinking Gary. This young man, I pity for him. What happened? He said the money. His only son in the family. The mother is sick. He's using this. If before they pay, hospital don't collect the money. Then how can he eat? And you can't be watching your mother dying in sick bed. That young man is there. Nobody to help. And you call yourself in a pity. If you have a son that's soaking himself in Indian hemp, Oga, write his name Dash for family. His name will be written Dash. Because too much of Indian hemp will make you not be reasoning. Some people who call themselves Aguru in Western Europe because their brain is not there. They'll smoke their medulla out. So I pity for them. But if you understand whom you are, you will understand where you are going to. And if you know where you are coming from, definitely you will know where you are going to. But if you don't know where you are coming from, you will become imbecile on the streets.
Okay, thank you very much, Wamba, for your analysis.
Oh my God. I have plenty words in me.
Don't worry,
but
reserve for tomorrow.
Tomorrow is another day.
Thank you very much.
And my viewers over the world, please, wherever you are, don't forget home. Don't forget home. Remember, youth in the country, in your country from where you left. Because, my brother, if you take a good mathematician to take from 9 and 10, a good mathematician will take 10 because 10 is different from 9 and 10 is higher than 9. No wise man that you will say Jerusalem and Libya. Which place do you prefer? That will take Libya. You will take Jerusalem because something good have come from there. So please, failing to give Obi to give us. We ask you for 2 things. You deny one, and we don't provide one for one. That one, we are using it to owe you people for Nigeria. Failing to give us that one now. Hello, Karika Papaya.
Thank you very much, Mazi. I have One of our brothers. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. My name is Mr. Ezekiel Edewo. I'm from Delta State, South Nigeria.
Okay.
Actually, I was saying I will not vote next election, but I changed my mind at the point. I had to go to INEC office to register to get my PVC to vote for one man. And who is that man? Mr. Peter Obi. I don't know him, because he's from Anambra State. I'm from Delta State in Southern Nigeria. But I've gone through his CV, and I've seen that, yes, he left office with a clean bill. If you go through his CV, you know that he's a man of wisdom and intellect. So I want to encourage Nigerian youth to come together. Yes, because our future is in our hands. Both youths in diaspora, abroad, or those in Nigeria, I say, please, let us have one mind and come out. Go and get your PVC. So that's where our power is.
Can Obi fix power?
Yes, of course. Let me tell you, these things we think that is a big deal in Nigeria here is something that can be fixed. The problem with what we have is the leadership, that will to do these things. The money is there, the money is there to run these things, but because of their own personal interest and gain, that's why this cannot be fixed. I have not been to US, but I have siblings that are in Canada, 2 of them. And I know that over there, they don't take lights anyhow. Even Ghana here, close by here, I've been to Ghana before. You have 24 hours light. If you don't take light in Ghana, they will first of all go to announce on the television, on air, before that light can be taken. It can be possible. It's possible here in Nigeria. Why do we think it's not possible? It is possible. But it's time that we vote for somebody who can turn this around. And who is that man? His name is Mr. Peter Obi. I have sat down. I'm a teacher in the classroom. Yes. I have sat down to peruse his CV. I've gone through his CV. And I've gone through a lot of posts online, on social media, concerning this man. He's a humble man. Let's talk about humility. Mr. Peter Obi is humble. I don't know him, like I said earlier before, but please, let us youths come together, have one voice. It is possible. If you come together and have one voice, you can be able to what? Vote out APC and PDP.
Okay, who would be a better vice president to Peter Obi?
Well, I just feel we can choose somebody from anywhere. See, what problem we have in Nigeria? Let's not have. We are always sentimental. Let's not be sentimental in the choice. In the US, we have what we call individual candidacy. We can vote for people as individuals based on their past, what they have done in the past, antecedents, performance. Yes. Sometimes we are carried away by APC, PDP. No. Let us vote for individuals that are credible. Let us pray to God that God should make this people to be able to sit down on that seat in Aso Rock. It is possible. Let me tell you, this issue of godfatherism and all the rest. I tell you, next election, let us watch out. It's going to be dynamic. It's going to be very different from 2019 and 2050 election.
Absalom say that yes, the election may not be the best.
Yes, of course, because he knows why he's saying that, because they are all politicians. They are all the old politicians we have in this country. We don't want them any longer. You understand? What we know is that it is not going to be the best, but let us have a credible leader who can take us to the promised land. It is possible, my people. It is possible. I watched the primaries of APC. I purposely had to buy data in my phone, and I watched it on Channels TV and Sahara Reporters online till about 12:15 a.m. And what I saw there was a mess. How can 8 people come out and say that stepping down on that day of the primaries for one man? Why? Why didn't they step down some days before? That particular night, they came to step down for one man. So I feel it's time for us to vote based on individual candidacy, not based on sentiment.
There are cabals, unforeseen cabals in the country that dictate what happens. Will Peter Obi, does he have the might to stand the cabals?
Yes, I say yes. I can say he has the might based on our support as youths. That vote, that PVC, that power, is that power. There's nobody will read the election next year because it's going to be very clear. There's no room if youths come together and say there will be no room for rigging of the election. So Peter Obi, yes, can have political might and will if we all as youths, both in diaspora all over the world and both locally in Nigeria here, let us come together and have one mind. Go and get your PVC. You cannot say you cannot vote. You cannot sit on the fence. Go and get the PVC. Let us vote for one man, Mr. Peter Obi. I don't know him, but I just believe by God's grace that when he gets to the seat there in Aso Rock, he's going to deliver and do something. Today, I have come to look for a job to do. Yeah. If I have a good job, will I leave Ikorodu and come to look for a job here? No? Mr. Peter Obi has the will, political will, to create jobs. This is not difficult. In Malaysia, they came here to collect palm kernel. And today, Malaysia is one of the world's leading palm kernel exporting country. I know those days when I was not yet born, but at least my parents told me, yes, that Nigeria, I read it too in university, I read it, that Nigeria used to be one of the world's leading cocoa exporting country in Nigeria. Where are the cocoa pyramids again? Where are they? What is happening? So it's time for us to sit down and think as youths. Let us sit down and have a quiet time. Don't collect money on election day, please. Don't let them to give you 3,500 to go and vote. That money, just to finish that very day, and you are selling your future. Let us not bargain our future. Our children, future is at stake.
Lastly, what would you say about the security situation in Nigeria? What do you say about looking at it?
It's the best. I woke up to read online, social media, about the killings in Owo. So sad. People went to the church to worship their God on that fateful Sunday, and all we can see is that these terrorists have gone into before they do it on the railway, the train, the head of different places where they do it, but now they have moved into the house of God. What a mess! What a taboo! Where people are worshiping God, cleaning all innocent souls, worshiping God. So I see that Nigeria's security situation is in its total collapse. So they need to declare state of emergency in the security sector. I'm telling you, yes, because you can't tell me that those guys that went with those ammunition or those things they used at the church to kill those people, there have to be checkpoints, or even the governor of the state. Don't they have security intelligence? What are they doing with the security votes that are being given to them in Abuja? So I feel that Nigeria's security is in total mess, and it's time for that sector to be restructured.
Okay.
And it's next election, by our votes, we can fix those things like us.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes. I'd like to have your number. Yeah.
Okay, 090 45 48 134.
WhatsApp.
Yes, WhatsApp. 090 425 48134.
Good name. All the names.
Mr. Ezekiel.
I'll send you WhatsApp message.
Yes, so you can flash me.
No, I don't have credit, but I'll send you.
Let me take one small. 1090 425
Yeah, 134. Thank you very much. Yes, we've come to the end of the program this morning. Bystanders at the newsstands. Yes, a wonderful program today. Today is the 14th of June. Till tomorrow, as we come for another edition of the program. Thank you very much, Mwamba, for being there. Thank you very much, Mr. Matthew. Everyone that has spoken, once again, welcome and bye for now. See you tomorrow. Thank you very much.